Hello everybody, thanks for stopping by my shop again. As you know, my name's Chuck, channel's Outside Screwball. Appreciate you taking a few minutes to stop by and see me. First off is kind of a little notice for the Northern California guys. On February 22nd, I'm going to hold a meet and greet / swap meet here at my shop. I've got a flyer here, and I don't know if it'll show up on camera or not. But if anybody in Northern California here close by is interested, send me an email. I'll put it in the description below. It's pretty simple though, boat92@aol.com. That's my personal email. Or outsideScrewball@gmail.com. One of those two, you can contact me and find out more information. We'll be limited to how many people I'll have here, so first come, first serve. So if you're interested, get a hold of me, and it's RSVP. Right now, Ox Tool's going to be here, Tom Lipton. Randy Richards says he's going to make it. Ray Cornelia is going to make it. Gary Brown is going to be here. Razor Ray is going to be here. Dean Crawford's going to be here. These are all YouTube guys, as you know. Possibly Dale Derry, possibly Stan Zinkowski. He's going to make the trip. He's nuts, but it's only a little 5-hour deal. I got to appreciate everybody that wants to come out, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. Just meet and greet. There's a lot of local fellas here that was really my original thought about doing this. That they'll meet the other people that are involved in machining locally, and we can always share contacts and help each other, what have you. So anyway, let's move on with the video. It's 55 degrees here in my shop. No, maybe it's a little colder than that. I'm freezing, so this is going to be quick. So this video is going to be about a screwless vise, or a grinder vise. This unit, you'll see it underneath in the video, that it's an interstate unit, and the holes were 2 different sizes going through for the piece to grab onto, and which made it misaligned. Had never noticed it, but always had a problem with this small vise. So I hope you'll enjoy it. You'll see the machining portion of it to clean it up. One of the things I just did, and I'm fooling with, is I actually asked Joe Piezinski the other day about the issues on this. As you all know, when you go to adjust this vise, this piece always turns around and goofs up, and you gotta hold it or whatever. He suggested putting some washers, and you might be able to see those there, to tighten up the gap. And that seems like it's working pretty well. I'm still testing it and goofing around with it. So anywho, this guy's going to end up seeing the surface grinder to get cleaned up. I've had it for some time. And then I recently bought, that's a 2-inch. And then I recently picked up this guy off of eBay. And it'll see the same thing. And you can see the larger pin device in there. I also have a 4-inch in this version also. But anywho, I again appreciate you stopping by, and hope you enjoy the machining that'll happen here in the video. And there'll be an update on the February 22nd coming up also prior to that. Again, thanks a lot, and catch you soon. This is my screwless vise for grinding, and I'd showed this before, and here's a photograph of it. And what I had showed is the top and bottom had two different size holes, and that they weren't aligned also. So I think it was a 230. Let's see, I got a gauge pin here. I've got a 234 gauge pin here, and I don't know if it's going to come up, but here's the 234 gauge pin, and you can see it won't go in. And I've already done, this is the third hole that I've cleaned up, but here's the 240, the 234 gauge pin over here. See if I can reach in there around the camera. Find the hole. And there's the gauge pin now going straight, the 234. So what I'm using is a 6mm end mill that I had gotten from Dennis Nolan in the supplies that he had given to me, some end mills, quite a few. And a 6mm is 236, and a 234 just fits. So I'm cleaning up the top of the hole and coming down. Now, it's an interrupted cut when it gets down bottom here. And the first one, I babied the heck out of it. This is a carbide end mill, brand new. The second one, as I got down in the hole, it tended to be a little more aggressive. And so this hole here, I said, okay, this is 60 Rockwell at least. I had checked it with the files. It's above 60. But I know carbide doesn't like to be babied either, even on an interrupted cut, which isn't great to do. So far, I haven't blown the end mill apart. I got 3 more holes to do. And on this hole, I used the power feed to create the bore, and it seemed to work fine. So let me get lined up, and we'll try doing another one, and maybe you can watch it on film blowing apart. Hopefully not. Be right back. I know there's a shadow over here, and unfortunately, well, maybe that's better. Okay, here we go. We'll see what we get. I'm using Cool Tool as my coolant. Success. So I got to go back in by hand. The kick out is getting very close to the bottom of the bore, and the so I got to feed the rest by hand. To my stop, because I'm getting very close to. There it is. Got a heck of a nice finish. And we'll move over and get another one. Bah. This is the product I've been using for the lubrication. It's a cool tool.